Welcome to Fountain Pen World, a new YouTube channel about fountain pens, and this is the first video. My native language is not English, so please forgive my accent and accidentally mispronounced words. My very first video release will be split into 3 or 4 parts. They will cover parts and features of fountain pens, what they should do and sometimes don't do. Some parts of a fountain pen will definitely require more time to explain. It actually covers a rather basic topic, and it is targeting not so much the hardcore community of fountain pen lovers, but people who are starting to show interest in this fascinating hobby of so many people around the world. Fountain pen caught me 4 years ago, being tired of ballpoint and rollerball pens. I looked at my terrible, sometimes unreadable handwriting and decided to use a fountain pen again, which I had bought 25 years ago and rarely used. Inked it up and was immediately disappointed because it didn't write. It's quite difficult to dismantle a Mont Blanc, if not impossible without proper tools and some knowledge. This is a Mont Blanc Meisterstück 146, also called Le Grand, even though the 149 is bigger than this 146. As I said, I bought it 25 years ago. And I had to find out that Mont Blanc doesn't really want to let their customers disassemble their pens and even do a thorough cleaning by themselves or doing nib swaps. And after some extensive search on YouTube, I found a well-made video providing excellent information about Mont Blanc Meisterstück and how to. In the meantime, I ordered a Chinese fountain pen, not expensive, and I was keen to start writing with a fountain pen, but didn't want to spend a lot of money for 2 wrenches in order to disassemble this quite expensive Mont Blanc and harm it due to my inexperience. That is basically how my sometimes adventurous journey and deep dive into the world of fountain pens started. I learned about the history, the various filling systems, materials, nibs, feeders, watched reviews, some made in an excellent and thorough way, no details missing, and some were just a horrible show of self-presentation. Over time, I really could improve my handwriting, tried calligraphy lessons as well, and started collecting fountain pens of different styles, nib sizes, price ranges, and the likes. Doing videos is the next step, and I will see where it might lead to. A small bite of history, if you don't mind. Already 974 Anno Domini, an Egyptian caliph demanded a pen with an ink reservoir, which wouldn't constantly spill ink on the desk, the paper, his hands and clothes. During the following 900 years, many smart people invented further improvements in order to make fountain pens better, easy to fill, more safely to use. The history of the modern fountain pen as we know and use it today started during the 1880 years when Louis Waterman invented several well-working improvements for fountain pens, received patents for his work, and started in New York City his own fountain pen manufacturing company. Since then, many more activities and inventions happened. The market changed several times drastically. Consumers began ignoring fountain pens when the ballpoint pen had been invented during the 1950s, followed later on by the rollerball pen. But fountain pens came back, had been resurrected. The industry followed the increasing demand trend since the 1990s, produced fountain pens for nearly everyone, for everyone's like budget, and taste, not to speak about the revival of the paper and ink industry. Just one figure reported by Verified Market Research, who stated that the global fountain pen retail market in 2023 reached a volume of US dollar 956 million. Now, finally, let's come to the core points. The cap. An essential part of any fountain pen, as it should keep the nib and feeder from drying out. Some caps are doing well. Even after several days of not using an inked up fountain pen, it starts writing immediately without so-called hard starts or skipping. And it simply ensures to carry a fountain pen without creating a mess on shirt pockets, handbags, and the likes. And when a pen and its cap is designed to be posted securely, it can be used as an extension. In many cases, posting is possible but not recommended due to the additional weight of the cap, which makes the pen unbalanced during writing. Not this Mont Blanc. It's really not unbalanced in any way. You can use it posted or unposted. With pocket pens means really small designed fountain pens. Let me see if I have a pocket pen here. Yes, this is my vintage pocket pen. And it's called McNiven and Cameron, a fountain pen brand, which is where are not many informations or nearly nothing available in the internet. So, pocket pens, that means really small designed fountain pens, it's a little bit different. The ability of posting is an essential part of those pens, and make sure that the small pen with the posted caps makes it a standard length fountain pen, nearly a standard pen. If we compare this and this, so please forgive, that is the Mont Blanc Le Grand, and this is, you can see already, it is already much longer, but if unposted, there is something missing, you know. Yeah, you can use it unposted, but not so good, not so well. Several closing mechanisms are existing. The threaded screw-on caps, the snap-on caps, the magnetic caps, and capless fountain pens. They use a different and slightly more complicated mechanism to prevent ink spilling and drying out. Threaded caps can be a bit annoying, as there are models with up to 3 or 4 full turns to screw on or unscrew the cap. Like this Medron P138. 1, 2, 3, 3 1/4. Overkill, in my opinion. Most probably a design flaw. Pelican Sovereign M series, like this one here. That's a Pelican M400. Yeah, it's a small pen. It's really a small pen, but look at it. One turn, forget it. Quarter, yeah, half turn, and that's great. That is something fountain pen lovers who are using regularly fountain pens really like. The snap-on or push-pull cap is a more cost-effective solution in my opinion, and I'm not a big fan of it. Like this Hero model 979. It's quite a nice looking pen, absolutely great design. Look at the square cap. I like it really much, but now we are starting to push, pull. And you see, it takes a lot of efforts. In my opinion, removing the cap on many budget models requires too much force, and I'm always a bit skeptical about how long the cheap plastic inserts. Maybe it's possible to see them here, not really. There are plastic inserts. How long these plastic inserts will last and finally crack, or before they break and the seal is no longer guaranteed. And that doesn't help. You see, it's really a little bit difficult, and it needs some efforts to release the fountain pen from the cap. Some fountain pen manufacturer offered a solution by turning the cap and pulling at the same time. This might protect the plastic insert in a better way. Let's have a look at a Wingsung 601 or a Yongshan 601A. They are both Parker 51 or 45 copies. And where are we? Here. I think this is a Wingsung 601. So it's really more or less 100% copy of a Parker. The models 51 or 45. So what you are doing is you are turning the cap and pulling at the same time, and it releases much easier than this cap. I never tried if that, no, it doesn't work at all, impossible. The only thing what happens is that the barrel unscrews from the grip section, something we have to talk later about. So this one is really a nice invention, much easier to release, pull off, pull on. And then we have that Lamy 2000, which is also a push-pull, but much more easier, simply because of this metal ring here. You can see that. And when you are going to clean and open the fountain pen for cleaning, then pay attention to this little metal ring. It really ensures a smooth capping and uncapping. Not a lot of efforts are necessary, capping and uncapping. And the magnetic cap. This is really my favorite way to cap and uncap a fountain pen. Like on this Visconti Van Gogh. One-hand operation. Click. Click. Here is a magnetic, or a magnet, the magnetic section. Just put it in, click. Oh, I love that. It works perfectly. The click sounds when it seals the nib feeder unit is something the little boy in me loves to hear. And it works perfectly. A great invention and design. Capless fountain pens are designed similar to ballpoint pens. Let's have a look at it. This one is a Pilot. To release the nib and write on and write, one has to push down the button knob or twist the barrel. This one is a button opener. You are operating just like a normal ballpoint pen. To seal the nib, when retracting the nib again into the barrel, a mechanism pushes back a kind of trapdoor in front of the opening, while the nib slides back into the barrel. Here we are. Open, ready to write. Retracting. And where's the trapdoor? Difficult to see. Try it again. So far for the pilot. And there is a Hero fountain pen. Where is it? It's here. A Hero 3537 model. Quite inexpensive, absolutely inexpensive. And turning, and the nib appears or disappears. Fantastic. I like that. Trims. Those parts here, clips, are ornaments, decorative and stylish parts to be found on nearly every fountain pen, although there are some fountain pen I call puristic without trims or even a clip. This one is a Cali Arts Ego 2, Chinese made. Just a clip, absolutely no trims, nothing. It's a see-through material, and it is just one of those puristic designs, a clip and no other ornaments, but it writes really, really perfectly, I have to tell you. When I ordered this pen, I didn't expect much, but I can tell you, it writes perfectly, absolutely perfectly, and it's a piston filler, as you can see here. Maybe you can see it here. It's a little bit, yeah, not well seen. The clip is not only a stylish element, like here, on a fountain pen, but also a useful part for carrying the pen upright in a shirt pocket. One thing more is an important feature, kept or posted. The clip prevents the fountain pens from rolling around on a smooth surface. Prevents the fountain pen to fall down and maybe crack the plastic, the materials, and that would be really not well appreciated. Many manufacturers provide their fountain pens with a strikingly shaped clip. Pelican Sovereign series come with a pelican beak shaped clip, or Parker Vacuumatics. Let's have a look at this one. Parker Vacuumatics, they are, yeah, well, they are vintage pens. I think They came to market in 1932 and lasted until 1950 something. This arrow-shaped clip, or the Visconti, like here, Visconti, and this clip is shaped and resembles that famous bridge in Florence, the Ponte Vecchio. This is just to mention a few. In most cases, they are made out of metals, ranging from gold, platinum, silver to several alloys, or just a cheaply made clip from recycled metals or plastics, then coated with a thin layer of electrolytic colors, or plated, sometimes coated with rubber, or just chrome plating to ensure protection against rust and stain dots. Those fountain pens here are gold plated. Clips should be sturdy and springy, but not stiff, like again of metals, ranging from gold, platinum, silver to several alloys, or just a cheaply made clip from recycled metals or plastics, then coated with a thin layer of electrolytic colors, or plated, sometimes coated with rubber, or just chrome plating to ensure protection against rust and stain dots. Those fountain pens here are gold plated. Clips should be sturdy and springy, but not stiff. Like again, this Medjon P138 in silver. It's quite heavy, and it's sometimes worth looking at the special resourceful fastening at the head end of the cap. Like this Bauer 51 sober model. That is really something interesting. And I learned that this is a copy. Bauer is a Chinese company, most probably belonging to the Hero fountain pen or pen manufacturing company in Shanghai. But anyway, it seems that this is a copy of a Monteverde Impressa fountain pen. But anyway, I really like this clip and the design of it. There is also a spring inside here, which makes it really easy to move the clip. So it's a hidden spring that ensures that the clip can be moved up and down effortlessly and still holds the fountain pen securely in the shirt pocket. Rings, like this one here, this one here, this one here. Large or small, sometimes big and noticeable, mostly applied at the open end of the cap, are decorative parts. They can be carved, like here, laser engraved. This is a Delta Dolce Vita, the 2023 model, the mid-size model. A very, very nice fountain pen, and I like it very much. It's one of my more prestigious fountain pens. Or from the same company, but it's called Nettuno 1911. Here you can see the well-elaborated ring. 2 double rings, 1 ring more, 2 rings here, and then 2 rings here, and the clip working quite well, easily. A little bit stiff, but not too stiff. Like this Medjon And it is really, really not movable at all. I really have no idea what the designers thought about that when they designed and produced it finally. Rings, they can be carved, laser etched, bearing the model name, the manufacturer's name, or ornaments resembling Greek letters or many other symbols. Some rings are really impressive artworks of its own. Some manufacturers used rings on the cap to indicate the value of this particular fountain pen. One small ring indicated a model being less pricey. 3 to 4 rings indicated the high-end model, just like the traditional sleeve rank insignias of many Navy uniforms. In general, trims can give a fountain pen a special and stylish touch, and with some pricier models, they can add a real value to the fountain pen. Let's call it a day here at this point and close part 1 of this video series. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time and enjoy your fountain pens.